get it going. And the Rebels will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Aggies offense will have first crack at this one. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proven to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivered. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy each and every week. This dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously. So it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Downfield, it's Sperry. Fires to the wideout. This time he's got his man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Aggies with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. Texas A&M going quickly. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
Leaves it with the running back. Inside the 35. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Aggie! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball break out the oxygen tanks. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Texas A&M. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes with the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Quickly down 14-0. They've taken a couple of punches. Let's see if they can get something going this time. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The run from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send the back in motion. A little release to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They want to get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and they did, but this time the defense up to the challenge.
And when you slide that running back out of the backfield, like I'm thinking pass, I got to be locked in, and I got to see him, and the linebackers have to see him and understand when the quarterback throws it.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Rebels will call on their punt team. It doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Dropping back, it's Berry. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And here's the return. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got it. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. And the Rebels in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense as he's knocked down immediately. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Lewis to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Rebels are marching down the field.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. He's got it. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. He wants to throw it again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
What a play by the defender that time because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this is 3rd and long. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Scrambling away. He'll try to do it himself. Got the 1st down. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. Still running at the 40. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Aggies want to move quickly. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I'll tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this 1st quarter.
He'll bring it back looking for help. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've been gashed by the proverbial buzzsaw, now to try to find a way to fight back into this game. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Elway. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. On the option. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield.
I tell you what, as that ball starts to get towards the sideline when they're running these option plays, man, those outside players become more pivotal. My corners have to be able to tackle. My secondary is going to be much more involved in getting the quarterback to the ground. Nice job by the secondary, by this defense.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense they'll bring the punt team onto the field. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Steps away. He's going to take off. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
Back open in the middle. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback, surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing open, making the right decision.
Dropping back, it's Sperry. Flips it out to the back. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Breeze. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Orji. Turning it on. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. And the Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
From the gun, the ground game. Strong runner to pick up a 5 out to the 15.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Lewis wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. And the veteran presence is obvious for this senior behind center. He's been turnover-free. They're moving the ball up and down the field. A really mature performance. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Takes the handoff. It's Orji. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an
touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the 1st half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the 1st half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Grab behind the line. It's Elway. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The Rebels are in the hurry-up. Lewis to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Barber. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. He's in open space downfield. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Timeout called by the defense is their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Rebels will punt this one away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. And they've gotten a superb performance from their senior quarterback. They've been playing pitch and catch at an elite level, and there have been no answers defensively. To the air on 1st down. Got his man downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Sperry. Right on target this time. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Got it behind the line. It's Orji. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Looking for the first down. Texas A&M lines up on 4th. Here's the heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, it's picked off. Got room on the return. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money. And that...
He's going to throw deep right side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Oxford.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Rebels really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to sneak it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. I got guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Quarterback keeps it. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down. All they needed were a couple of inches, and they were able to convert on 4th down.
And I like the play call. You don't have to be perfect when you just need a couple of inches. I mean, you got a back that you trust that can lower his pads, fall forward, go get it. Love the call.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Sperry. He's going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Plucks it out of the air. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies. Great job by the back on the option.
The running back is going to get the long touchdown run of the stats, but the option was run beautifully. How about the timing down the line of scrimmage? A perfect pitch, and the running back takes it and does the rest. That's why this offense is hard to stop. So many options on so many plays.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Slips a tackle. He'll pull it down. Short gain on the play before he slides.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Leaves it with the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's third down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field.
There he goes. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Texas A&M will snap it in the red zone. They'll try the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
To the air, it's Sperry. Here comes the heat. Gets away from one. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue?
Touchdown, Aggie! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyway.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bring in the heat. Took a shot as he threw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. Final stance of the game, and we'll start with the first down. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This A&M defense is showing up with an attitude and ready to saw everybody's horns off.
And I think it starts with those big bullies up front. And Texas high school football, you can find those guys, and they come to...
Oh, he's got some space. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Rebels come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll keep it on the sneak.
The defense just can't seem to find a way to get off the field. That time, QB sneak for the first down. They need a turnover or something to try to generate some momentum.
Pulls and fires complete. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Unloads to the wideout. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Takes the easy one to the back. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience.
Fires one high and deep. Makes the grab at the 30. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of at the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Looking to throw, it's Kinsey. Under fire. Hauls it in. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
I love the aggressive nature there by the offensive play caller, too. He's not just playing it safe, get a few yards, center the ball, help our field goal kicker out. He's trying to move the sticks through the passing attack. Quarterback makes a nice throw, and now it's 1st and goal.
They want to run this quarterback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggie! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not